All right. Oh, should probably open this now. How's everyone doing? I got to put on the shades for Johnny Dunn. There we go. How's everyone doing? Oh, I need a copy chat. All right, copy chat. Chat overlay. How is everyone doing? I don't know why it's not copying chat. So Pasternak was first. What's up, dude? Thanks for stopping by. I don't know why it's not showing the top of chat. I'll do this for now. Please tell me that worked. All right, let's try again. There we go. All right, Pasternak is first. Let's go. Then Shankster, what's up? A lot of you guys were really early. I know you guys like being first when I post when I'm going live, so. KGM Jam asks, what up vibes? Out of the 40 mint secret rares they've been dropping on VV Comics, how many are they holding back? Do you know? I've been sniping some of them. If they've been less than $100, that's probably not a bad plan. Obviously some comics are more valuable or more sought after than others. I have no idea how many they're holding back. There's not like a VV article or something like that that explains like in depth how many they're holding back. Someone might know. I don't know personally. So I've been going for some of the newer comics. It just starts really adding up quickly. Like if you're not paying attention, the first couple VV drops they did, I was buying anywhere between 5 to 10 at a time, and that adds up. Especially since some of these comics don't follow the typical like $6.99 deal, right? That we usually have on VV. Some of them are $8.99, $9.99. Some of them are even over $10 to buy for a random comic. So you kind of have to be careful about that. So some of them I do have low mints of. Some I do like the covers of, but for the most part, at least me personally, I'm not going out of my way to buy like sub 41 mints or anything like that. Personally, that's just a game I just can't keep up with. It's like a whales game. I'd rather buy 5 full mints than like a single like low digit mint personally, but everyone's got their own style. All right. Do you have your 4 core Batman comics for the upcoming crafting event on Candy? I do not. I don't know what it is. I'm just not keeping up with Candy, to be honest. I don't know if it's just the way they present their updates. It's just like in a raw email format. Sometimes they don't always have like pictures that explain what's going on. They're just saying, hey, if you buy this and that, you can craft this thing. And here's this, 1980, like it just has like a lot of information. It's just kind of hard to follow. Unlike Veve, which is like, here's a drop, here's a link, here's pictures and kind of a breakdown as to like what's going on. I'm sure Candy does the same thing. It's just, I don't know if this is going to play out like many of the other crafting events on other platforms. It's just whatever gets bought that's needed for the craft just gets floored, right? Nothing against Candy. I just haven't been paying much attention to it. I don't know what it is, but I feel like projects or platforms that incessantly email me about, hey, this is almost sold out, buy this, buy that, this craft, like it's almost, I don't know, if they almost like spam me too much, I just kind of just give up and I'm like, all right, there's too much going on. I don't care to keep up with it, but it could change. I do like Candy. It's like my number 2 platform aside from Veve. So, but long story short, I don't think I bought a couple of the newer ones, but I don't think I have all 4 or even what the crafting event involves. Hello guys. Sorry, I didn't realize we haven't started yet. Yeah, we just started now. MB, what's up, dude? Zombie attack news. What's good? Let me see if I can pull up that Candy like crafting event thingy. So do you have to have like the last like 4 packs or something like that offered So do you need 404 all the way to 407? Is that what's needed for the crafting event? Also, did you guys do the crafting event for the legacy cows? I don't think I did mine. I honestly just straight up forgot. I just bought a legacy cow and I knew there was a crafting event, but I just completely forgot there was a crafting event going on here. Let me show you my screen. Whoop, no, it's not it. All right, let's try this again. There we go. I do have a legacy cow, but I didn't craft it. I mean, do you miss out on a bunch of stuff by not crafting it? It just feels weird that if you get nothing for crafting it, then what's the point of selling it originally? Like, just sell it as a crafted collectible? I don't know. Veve Zombie, what's up, dude? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, a little bit earlier stream than normal. I don't know, I'm like really trying to enjoy my weekends, hang out with friends, go hit the pool, do other stuff. So I've been kind of inconsistent on the weekends with like what time I stream. It just depends on what time my friends want to hang out and what I want to do for the day. Do you think we're not allowed to collect sets with comics to get MCP points? Do you think we're not allowed to collect sets with comics to get MCP points? You mean like these comics, like the new ones being released? Where is it? I thought I had the Veve website. Or the comic website. Oh, I have candy up twice. That's probably why. Mix. There we go. Talking about these sets, I don't think. Does anybody know if comic sets count towards these sets? I'm assuming this is what you're talking about. 25 sets. I feel like I don't have to. I might have 25 sets, but. Why do you think we're not allowed to collect sets with comics to get MCP points? I think you just mean comics in general. I don't know. Probably just a system limitation. I'm sure Veve has an answer as to why they can't, because probably because the store or like the website and everything is set up as, you can see here where it says complete my sets. So you notice how it just shows collectibles. Maybe somewhere in the system it doesn't identify 5 of the same different rarity comic as a set. I have no idea. Not too sure. They should though, in my opinion. In my opinion, they should have. It should count as a set, but I was pretty sure that it doesn't. I mean, it would be nice to get set bonuses. I think I have like 2 or 3 comic sets. Nothing too crazy though. I know some people have dozens of sets of comics and they're not getting any extra MCP set bonuses out of it. Let me shrink this down a little. There we go. But cool. How'd you guys do on the Lambo drop? To be honest, I skipped it. After the first Lambo drop, it just started getting way too expensive to start basically 70 gem gamble. I mean, every single Lambo drop, let me actually find it here. Pretty much every single Lambo drop after the first one has been a secret rare or bust situation. So I just stopped going after them, especially for like this most recent drop. What's the price at for the recent drop? I feel like I have too many tabs open. I'm actually going to close this Veve Comics one in Candy. $220. Okay, so you get a 3x. Yeah, it just doesn't seem very worth. Is this sold out? I honestly, this is the first time I've even looked at the drop. It's not sold out. Yeah, 618 secret rares honestly is still kind of a lot compared to some of the other secret rare Lambos that have dropped. I don't know. Yeah, I like Lambo, don't get me wrong, but I feel like a lot of the hype has died out. Yeah, the first Lambo announcement drop that happened, I don't know, 6-8 months ago or whatever, was cool. The vehicles look fantastic, the detail looks fantastic, the animations, the interactive, all that stuff. Looks awesome. It's just, there's just a lot of them and you can get them for cheap. Like you can buy 2 or 3 Lambos for 70 gems. Let me see. What's the floor price? Yeah, I mean, you can get... yeah, you can get a Diablo for basically 20 gems. You can get some of these other ones for 30 gems. I mean, hell, you can get most ultra rares for under 70 gems. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, you can either gamble for a secret rare and pretty much have a 95% chance of not getting it. Or a little bit less. Maybe it's like 90 or something like that. Or you just land a ultra rare guaranteed. You know, that's kind of my take. I really like this, the white one here. You guys can see that. At the last moment, I made an uncommon, then got an ultra rare for like 38 gems. Yeah. The green and purple look good. I do like the green, and the purple do look, it's definitely one of the more unique looking colors. I like the maroon. I really like maroon just as a color in general on cars. And I mean, both the ultra rares for these 2 drops look really good. I think this was like the very first Lambo drop they did. This was part of like the very, very first series, which is why the ultra rare is still worth over, you know, which is why the ultra rare is still like 100 gems right now. But I believe the new ultra rare is only going for like, did you say 38? And you got an ultra rare for 30. Did someone floor one for 38? That seems really, really low. Veve Evil Zombie says, skip. Best looking Lambo currently on the app is the new rare, in my opinion. Everyone likes the purple. Everyone really likes that purple. Yeah, see, this one's going for 38. You might have meant rare. Yeah, I mean, people really like this purple. I like it too. But just like everything in the market is looking pretty red across the board for Veve. The funny thing is, it's not that Veve's doing anything wrong. Actually, they're doing a lot of incredible stuff right now in general, right? They're doing Omi utility, Omi airdrops, Veve comics, dropping Wolverine, new FAs, lots of comics, like a lot of stuff is going on. Veveverse, I think beta and all that stuff is like still going on. Season 2 Omi utility is like there's a lot going on. It's just, quite frankly, there's just kind of better opportunities elsewhere when it comes to crypto or other projects or whatever. And what happened to Veve last bull run was like it didn't really take off till like the very end of the bull run, where I think a lot of people kind of took their profits and then started investing in Veve. I could be wrong though. Everything is, you know, no one thought that, I don't say no one, but I'm sure not everyone thought that like Bitcoin is going to go down like a week before halving, or like, you know, so people are going to do what they want. Uncommon minted 672. Nice. We got Pixel Trader here. AO Vibe Stream Hype. What's up, dude? I don't know why that was such a difficult sentence to read. AO Vibe Stream Hype. Rare purchase for 38 gems. 1174 listed. Nice. Yeah, I'm just not. I like Lambo's the next person, but you know, just look at how many cars we already have, and Lambo's been out for less than a year. You know, give it a few more months, we'll probably, you know, give it a couple more years, and then we'll have over 100 Lambos on the app. I do think there's something to be said about the very first set or series that drops, right? And obviously some of the very famous or like popular drops. Obviously this 350 GT secret rare, just because it's so scarce. Only 120 in circulation, even less, because Veve withholds a certain amount. So obviously this one's going to do very well. But just for the 70 gem box price, it just does not seem worth the risk to me. I mean, you can get like 30, 40 comics for that amount, at least if we're talking like, you know, 2 gem commons and things like that. Yeah, I really like the uncommon and rare now that I look at it more. That green and purple does look really good. All right, let's see what's up and what's down today. Oof, yeah, some of these prices are super inflated right now. Oh, okay. Wow, Thor 337 is up a lot right now. Went up 233%, probably just because the floors are super thin. It's gonna ask me to log in. I thought I saw them do an update of some kind. Oh, they're asking for an email now to log in. I thought I did see them change something and that you have to like do an email now to log in. Man, I think I need to make a new email because I do not want to use my Veve email for login. Might have to just deal with that later. I mean, we can still kind of see here. We can't see the chart. I'll figure out the whole Veve thing later, but we can still see like recent sales as well as yeah, there's only 5 in circulation. I say 5 in circulation, sorry, 5 listed. And I might have to actually list one of these on the market. I always look at what's up just to see what you can sell, right? Like if you have some of these secret rares and some of these other things, like, you know, if you're in the profit in some of these, it's maybe not a terrible idea to sell it, wait a week, buy it back for half price, get some free gems. Long hodl for the Lambos. I'm thinking long term. We set nice. Yeah, it's everyone's got a different thing. I don't know. I'm still waiting for Veveverse and, you know, car utility, all that stuff. Like basically, unless I see footage of someone in a car driving around racing, easy utility, gamification, and all this stuff kind of happen. Just not sure when like the vehicles are really going to take off, you know. But even if you do drive them in like AR, that looks really cool. Do the Lambos drive in AR? I think they do. I think they should. Looks like Veve is going to collab with Stacker with big stuff coming. Yeah, you can use any email to log in. Yeah, I'll have to create a new one because I have my personal one, then I have a Veve one, and then I think I need to make another one just for this login because I don't want to use my personal or my Veve one. I do have other emails, but they have their own purposes. I like to have separate and individual emails for logging into stuff like this. Wow, New Mutants is up a ton. A lot of these are just delistings, floors getting super thin. Like when was the last time someone bought a... someone did buy... Some people have been buying secret rare Deadpool comics ever since the announcement with Deadpool Wolverine. There was a purchase yesterday. That was it. Actually, there hasn't been any purchases for a few weeks. It's 4 purchases during March, so... Definitely some moves being made there. We zoom in a couple more times so you guys can see what's going on. Is this what's down? Yeah, that's what's down right now. Cthulhu Idol Gold. Interesting. Well, I guess it did pump a lot recently. Wow, my man, first Omega Red is getting floored pretty hard. Partner statue, wow, below 2K right now. Yeah, I know it's been below 2K for a minute, but there's been a couple instances that I've heard it's hit like 1,500 bucks, which is pretty darn low, and it is one of the top grails on Veve. Jeez, Dr. Profit, 400 partner statues. That's got to be one of the biggest stack of anything on Veve, like easily 400 of something. Even 400 like individual comic books of one thing. That's a lot, let alone 400 partners. Yeah, there was a purchase today, yesterday. This is probably one of the most actively traded grails on the app, easily. Wes, what's up, dude? Thanks for stopping by. Just wanted to get a feel for how people feel in the Lambo. One thing I did want to talk about was, I'm trying to think when we're going to be getting the X-Men villains drop. That one should have happened by now. I think the Wolverine drop replaced it, because if we look at the Mighties drop first week of March, or the Avengers Mighties, like the number 2, and then the X-Men Mighties drop January, the first week of January. Did these Mighties go to last year? I guess so, yeah. So like first or second week of December. Okay, maybe there was like a 2-month break between these Mighties. I thought it was each month they've been releasing a drop. Yeah, it was 2 months between the X-Men and the Avengers one. And then a month later we got Wolverine. So yeah, we might get the X-Men villains next month, maybe even the month after that. We'll see. Walrus King, what's up, dude? Thanks for stopping by. I think it's the first time I've seen you before, so hope you're enjoying yourself. We're just looking at the market, speculating on what's going to drop next. I did not go for this bluegrass drop at all. I wonder if this is still in the store. No, it's sold out. Interesting. I did not look at this bluegrass stamp drop at all. I don't mind going for stamps. I just wasn't like the biggest fan of this art style. I really, really like the Halloween ones, actually. The one with like the cat and the spider and all that stuff. I actually like that one a lot. For some reason, that one I just didn't like as much. All right, a few things pumped. Falcon's up quite a bit, and he's actually been slowly creeping up for the better part of a month. I don't know if you guys can see that. Sometimes you got to look at more than just like if something's up this week or last week, right? Or like today. I mean, if something's been continually going up for some time, either the floor is super thin or there's actually people kind of accumulating it. Like this one for Spider-Man 149, like this thing has been red for a month. So it's just slowly being sold off. But if you look at, you know, Gold Cthulhu, this one's actually up. And then it wasn't until basically today it got dumped really hard. So maybe someone floored one for super low. It's hard to say. New Star Wars stuff likely soon. Oh yeah, with May the 4th coming up around the corner. It's probably a little bit sooner than we think. We probably won't get an announcement until later this week or next week. It's not always Veve. I'm trying to remember. There was one thing Veve announced like 2 weeks in advance, and I'm trying to remember what it was. But most of the time they announce stuff anywhere between 3 to 7 days out. Usually it's like 3 days to like a week out when they announce something. So a week from today is still April, so I think the soonest they'll like announce something for May would probably be like Wednesday, Thursday. I don't know, it's hard to say. They got to have a drop on May the 4th. It's a Saturday, you know, most people aren't working. I think that's what everyone's excited for. I don't know what's an exciting Star Wars drop that you guys would actually drop MCP points for. I think that's actually one reason a lot of people didn't drop MCP points on Wolverine, or maybe very little points, is because they're like, well, May the 4th or just May in general is next month, and we're probably going to get a lot of good Star Wars stuff. So let me see what dropped or drops. Because what dropped in May of last year? In July, go back further. December. All right, what dropped in May of last year? That's the question. October, man, we had a lot of drops. This Vader was actually 2 years ago, I believe. All right, we got a few responses. Some people are saying Millennium Falcon. Yeah, that'll do awesome. Mando, I know you meant Mando. Mando and Grogu, yeah, those would do awesome. I like how we went with like old school Star Wars and then newer Star Wars stuff. So I like that. I think a lot of people were excited for Millennium Falcon. A lot of people were. Yeah, I do remember Luke dropping last year, but I could have sworn typically they don't just do one drop for May. Usually there's like 2 or 3 Star Wars related stuff in May. Okay, we just saw a few there. Yeah, so last year we got Luke and his 3, you know, the 3 rarities. We also got, interesting, we got the Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary. So we got Admiral Akbar. Is this still in the store or is it sold out? Yeah, it's still in the store. Jabba the Hutt, Rancor, and Admiral Akbar. To be honest, I forgot all 3 of these were on Veve. I think it's been months since I've even thought about these guys. I actually did like the Rancor a lot. Jabba the Hutt's really good too. They're just like classic characters I feel like you have to pick up. And I think that was it for Star Wars. No, we got a poster. We got the cool Star Wars poster. This is the one where like the prices on, was it this one? The secret rare? Or I think it was this one, was going like parabolic, and it still is. It's above 100 gems. For a poster, that's a lot. And I remember because this one was called Revenge of the Jedi instead of Return of the Jedi, which is pretty interesting. Oh, did I lose it? Let me go back. Okay. All right. Yeah, we lost it. There was Luke Skywalker, and I think there was like one more as well. But the year that Darth Vader dropped, I think there was a lot of Star Wars stuff. But Darth Vader was huge. I think a lot of people, including myself, are waiting for like Yoda. Darth Maul is like a huge one. There's a lot of cool Jedi too. You know, Qui-Gon Jinn, Mace Windu, Ahsoka Tano. Gosh, we still don't have Han or Leia or Chewie, or I don't think of some other like really popular character. And of course there's all the extended universe stuff, which I haven't watched any. I haven't watched any of like the Clone Wars or Bad Batch or anything like that. I've heard they're great shows. It's just, I don't know, starting a new show is like starting a part-time job. You know, you kind of have to invest a lot of time and mental energy and stuff, even though it's entertaining. But let's see what else is down, because there might be some good deals. X-Men number 4 common. I really like Omega Red. He might make an appearance in X-Men 97, 97. So we'll see. Yeah, nothing that really piques my interest here. Red Hot Snacks, thanks for the sub, dude. Miles is always going to go up and down a lot just because there's so few listings. Days of Future Past is also a very, very good comic. That's down quite a bit. Did want to keep this stream slightly shorter. I know I usually go for like sometimes up to 2 hours. We're not going to go for 2 hours this stream, but did want to check up on a few things on the market mostly, and then see what else. I've noticed a lot of the Scotty Young covers are doing very well on Veve. There's been a lot of hype about him recently. Does anyone know why? I know he's like a popular comic book artist, but like there's like more stuff going on with him recently than usual. Does anybody know why? I could have sworn I've heard some people on like Twitter and other content creators kind of talk about it. Maybe I'm mishearing stuff. Is he doing like an X-Men 97 cover or something like that? At least that's what I thought I heard. Tales to Astonish, first appearance of Groot, that's up. Interesting. A lot of secret rares are going up. I think some people are accumulating some of these secret rare comics while they're low, you know? Jim Broski, what's up, dude? Thanks for the sub. Amazing Spooderman, Journey to Mystery. Interesting, these vending machines are actually going up. I know it's kind of hard to see with the chart, but someone bought a lot of these today. Yeah, these were going for like 8.5 gems at one point. Vending. I still think this one's the best in my opinion. It's like 1950s looking, well, that's what it is, 1950s like Coca-Cola machine. Definitely gives me like Fallout vibes, you know, so I had to buy it. But geez, this thing's going for 10 gems. Now it's at 10.5 gems. Yeah, these vending machines aren't popping off. Dude, this just gives me such just, I don't know, Little League baseball out by like the community pool or, you know, whatever, like rec center or whatever you went to. Like there was always these vending machines everywhere. Some places still have them. Check out TTA number 4, ultra rare. What's the TT? Is that the newest drop that dropped today? I don't know what TTA is. You'll have to fill me in. TTA ultra rare. Yeah, Walrus King, let me know what TTA is. I'll just put in number 44. See if what pops up. Is it a comic? Tales to Astonish. Ultra rare. Yeah, the floors are just super thin. That's why it's gone up. That's why it's gone up a crap ton. First appearance of Wasp. I did grab a couple more commons recently. I think for like closer to 2 gems. I mean, she's part of like the classic Avengers group, right? She's not part of the Tales to Astonish. Okay, that's what I figured. I should have just taken a stab at number 44, which we're able to figure it out. Yeah, I've noticed this about a lot of comics. Is that sometimes there's less ultra rares on the market than there are secret rares. I think the secret rares are just in this weird space where, you know, a lot of people either can't afford them or they just don't think it's worthwhile, but the ultra rare is still like the next best thing. It's still a VV exclusive cover. They're still usually pretty darn scarce, even though they're not the secret rare. We're loading. Let's go back and click it again. There we go. I don't remember how many. Whoops. I don't remember how many of these there are ultra rares. 5,000 editions. That means the ultra rare has how much? Probably a smaller amount. 44. All right, 250 ultra rares versus how many secret rares? 125. Okay, so it's half. Usually the ultra rare is half of the secret rare, not always. But yeah, this ultra rare is pumped a ton. It was 20 gems not long ago, apparently, and now it's worth way more. What if there's some other comics that have... Can I select ultra rare and secret rare? I don't think I can. That's kind of unfortunate. We can't select we can't select 2 rarities as like a side by side on my NFT tracker. This is the other thing I don't like about all these new comics flooding in the platform with like super scarce listings is that now we have a bajillion comics, you know, commons or secret rares going for like 100,000 gems or 60,000 gems. So, oh, you may have 30. Oh, is that what you wanted to look up on here? Let me see. Whoop, that's not the right one. So someone was buying them up. That's why. That is a great cover. Who is that's yeah, that's a Baldari cover, obviously. Just the way it is. That looks really good. The more I like it, or the more I look at it, the more I like it. Okay, so it was going for 35, 40-ish before you bought quite a few. That's awesome. I think we're gonna zoom this out one. Oh, good mate, just having fun. No, I agree. That's the way to do it. Sometimes I like buying the floor on things, especially when the floors are super thin. I mean, I don't do it to the level of ultra rare comics, but usually it's like common comics or just overlooked like rares or something like that, where if you just buy 2 or 3, the price will just quadruple. That's always fun to do sometimes. Yeah, that's 4,852%. I like that. I wonder what the store one. Did someone buy a lot of these recently? No, someone just bought one yesterday. I might list this one a little bit later after stream. I do want to list that one and sell it. I've been holding the bag on that one for a minute. Let's just say that. Kind of random that this Harley Quinn is like going up. I don't know. It always confuses me when I see like a non-FA version of like Batman, or I mean Batman makes sense. Harley Quinn, I don't know. There's just so many of them on the app. That just like, other than like the first appearance, or unless you really like the Aesthetica one. Yeah, my DCA is about 25. Nice. On the ultra rare, that's a good deal. Yeah, not much else going on the market right now, at least like today. A lot of stuff has gone up. I will say that a lot of the comic books are green. I will say that. Very few collectibles are green right now. This one's up a lot. Super Armor Hero. Never watched the show, or I should say the movie. Never watched the movie. Yeah, but Pixel Trader brought up a good point earlier. It seems like there's something going on with Veve and Stacker recently, so I do need to make an email and like do the login. I want to do all that stuff like off stream, but it seems like they're adding like more utility, more stuff. I don't know what's involved with it, but it's to kill. So more comics. I'm just seeing a lot of comics just pumping right now and doing pretty well. And someone bought some ASM #1 uncommons, of all things to buy. Man, sometimes these loading screens take a minute to get going. Let's see what this is doing. Floor price. Let's flip. All-time low. Interesting, just seeing the same collectibles be stuck at their all-time lows. Some of these have been here for weeks. Especially Nightwing, just a lot of undercutting going on. Same with these like Ghostbuster logos and stuff. Got 2 FAs for cheap. I don't own either of these. I need to buy Sam Wilson as well as Bucky Barnes. I'll probably buy Sam Wilson first. He's only going for 2.5 gems. Man, Steve Pugh, Harley Quinn going for 1,100. Iron Man going for exactly all-time low, going for 65 gems. I believe that's his all-time low. So if you guys don't have that one, Captain Carter, 12 gems. God, I remember I used to love these Little Friend gold, silver, and God, what was the other one? It wasn't bronze. I think it was just black. It was like Little Friends black, gold, and silver. I used to love flipping these back in the day. I don't think I flipped the gold, but I definitely flipped the like silver one and the black one a few times. But like way back in the day. I'm talking like late 2021, early 2022. First appearance Wonder Woman going for half price or half a box, 25 gems. I remember when she got released, it was like very volatile. Who would have thought? Early 2022, she was going for 1,600 gems. Now for 25. Or secret rare going for 90. I feel like some people have been flooring these to buy Wolverines. I could be wrong, but this felt like this kind of happened around the same time as like the Wolverine. Because when did we get Wolverine? Just a week ago, right? Or ever since the announcement. And it's been steadily going down ever since. Which reminds me, what's Wolverine doing? At 112, 113. I knew he would pump. I almost bought a fifth one when it was at 45 gems. Not 45, 85 gems. Like a week ago, and then obviously it's pumped since then. Maybe it wasn't a week ago. I think it was like 3 or 4 days ago. It was at like 85 gems, then it pumped. Let's see what else is also at their all-time low. America Chavez. Do you think she's going to be popular? 18 gems for the animated ultra rare. Not bad. Do we have Reese here? That's nice. Always nice seeing him. What's next? More posters. I do like this transformative potion. Quite a lot of them gotten burned, and if this keeps going lower, I do want to buy this because this is like the first craftable NFT on the platform. And it does look cool. I do like the look of it. Just not planning on buying it anytime soon. Wow, a fully crafted gauntlet is also at an all-time low. And Ghost Spider going for 27. I thought this one was going to do a little bit better. I don't know. I thought it was going to hang around like 30. I knew it was going to be below retail or maybe around retail, like between 35 to 45. I did not think it would go down to 27, which is where it's at now. Because it cost 40 on the store. And now it's worth 27. Yeah, there's a couple times it peaked at 35, which is kind of the price I thought it would be at, but it's gone much lower. Mark M asks, what happens to your collectibles if Veve goes bankrupt? That's, gosh, dude, you're really throwing me back. This was like a big topic of discussion like a year ago when just like heart of the bear market, things were just not going well. People were upset with Veve and crypto and NFTs and all kinds of stuff. And that was one of the posed questions. I believe, long story short, like Veve does have ways for us to like give us our NFTs in some way, shape, or form. Not exactly sure how that is, but I thought there was an interview or something like that that David U spelled out that like, hey, if we ever did go under, we do have a way to basically like give you the keys in a sense, but as of right now, it's just on Veve. Whether that's 100% true or if I'm misinterpreting it or it's been a year since we've talked about it, I think that's the case. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not saying that for a fact, but that's kind of what I've heard. But I could be completely wrong. If someone heard something different, let me know down in the comments. But That was like the hyper abridged version of what David D said. Thanks for answering. I have 600 comics. That is, yeah, I'm in the same boat. Do I have 600? I think I got less than, yeah, I got 510 comics. I'm on my way to 600. But I get what you mean. You know, what's going to happen to my 132 collectibles and 500 plus comics, right? Like, I get it. But that was kind of, that's what I remember last. That's kind of where it left off. I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt to ask again, kind of like what's Vivi's failsafe in case things go belly up. But Bioshock, what's up, dude? Thanks for stopping by. I'm sure Marvel would buy it out. They are making a killing on the first day release digital sales. Yeah, they are doing pretty well. Oh, I don't have the VV comic website. There it is. We'll do this. Sorry for the bright screen. Yeah, they're killing it on this. It's gonna be, I just don't know how Marvel would buy. All right, are you talking about Marvel would acquire VV? Because you know there's like 50 plus licenses that, I mean, like almost 100 at this point, or maybe over 100 that VV has. So it's like, I mean, does Marvel want a platform that also has DC and Universal Studios and all these other platforms? They might. Just not sure how legally that would that would work. But that's for all the lawyers to find out, right? Yeah, so yeah, they could acquire them. I mean, I would imagine they have the money to do so. Do you think VV can actually attract a substantial user base, or will this stay niche? That is a good question. I think no matter how much advertising VV does, like we need to get the big licensors on board. They have to be on board with advertising VV. I mean, VV could have been advertising for the last year on Facebook and Instagram and you know, all these different platforms and TikTok and this and that. But it's like, we might get a small handful of like new people every so often, but like, how often are these like people like collectors and or people that are really into speculative investing, NFT space, crypto, blockchain, like all these things? Like, how many people are really into this thing, understand it, willing to throw hundreds if not thousands of dollars at like a new, you know, segment like this? Like, it's hard to say. Now, if Marvel is telling you that they are selling some of their most popular characters on the blockchain and we've partnered with this company and you get this type of utility, that's what's going to get tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people onto VV, not VV telling you it. I think it has to come from the licensor itself telling you, hey, there's utility. Also, we don't need it, but it certainly does help if you have utility back in the comics or the collectibles or something, right? Why am I spending $1,000 on this? Why am I spending $20 on this? Why am I spending, you know, this and that? To some people, yeah, just spending $1,000 just to have it and show it off with your friends is worth it. But to most people, spending $1,000 just for something to show it off to a niche group of friends or a niche group of people that does understand and appreciate it is probably not worth it, right? So we'll see. I think it's a lot of it's going to rely on I think the ball's in licensors' hands and whether they want to advertise it and or give utility to it beyond just ownership. But who knows? There could be a whole movement of digital collecting. I mean, we're seeing it now. Actually, you bring up a very good point, or actually I just thought of it right now. It happened with sorry, I keep hitting my mic. It happened with, oh my gosh, what's the name of the game company? It's called The Crew. I think it's Ubisoft. The Crew. Yeah, Ubisoft. So Ubisoft released a kind of like MMO racing car game or whatever a long time ago called The Crew. And they removed it off of their listing. Kid Arcade, thank you so much for the resub. I know you had some stuff going on with like your credit card and stuff, so I appreciate you re-upping that membership. I appreciate it. But what was I saying? the oh yeah, Ubisoft removed the crew from like their platform, right? And I don't know if you guys ever play video games or even on Netflix too. Like you guys see all the time on Netflix, Netflix will take shows off of their listings, right? And it's like, all right, then what am I paying this membership for, right? Like I'm paying you guys to watch these shows, but then you guys can like remove shows. And the same thing that's happening with digital video games where I don't know if people know this, but it happens a lot of the time on Steam where you buy a game, but you're not buying the game, you're buying the rights to then play that game on their platform, which is a totally different thing. You know, it's not like buying a physical disc of a game and now you own it. You can play it whenever you want. You can play it offline if it'll allow that. But it seems like more and more and more games now are requiring you to play online. So that way, if there is an update or something that they can do to manipulate the game or remove it from the store, they can. So long story short, they removed it. So we're kind of getting to the point now where it's like even subscription-based models, even digital ownership of certain things, it's 100% unless there's blockchain ownership involved, right? That's kind of the main appeal of blockchain ownership is like, okay, you actually own it. Now, Veve's kind of in this weird middle place where it's like, you don't own the key, you don't have it in your OpenSea account, you don't have it on a ledger, you don't have it on any of these things. It's just in a closed gated community, right? So it's kind of in this like weird middle space right now. But that it's starting to come up where, you know, a lot of websites, a lot of subscription based models are like removing content, removing features, removing this because they can, and you have to be online in order to play that game or to watch that show. And so as they remove it, people are like, well, I paid money for this game and you just took it away and you're not refunding me. What's going on here? So there could be a new wave of, if this continues and a lot more companies keep removing stuff, there could be a new wave of digital ownership of collectibles or utility or whatever it is. So that could happen too. If people are just getting so fed up with that kind of stuff, they could turn to, I wouldn't necessarily like NFTs, because I don't think people are like, well, they removed this video game, now I'm going to go buy NFTs. It's not likely, but Get Arcade says my subscription's canceled because of my card, but I have it back. Let's go. I'm coming. Oh, did you buy a Lambo? You ended up with a common? I'm sorry to hear that. It's just 70 gems. Just seems, I don't know, a bit much. I don't know. At least the way I see it is if you buy, because most comics are what, 7 gems, right? I'd rather take 10 swings at a like decent comic and have a chance at like an ultra rare, secret rare, and like make my money back or some profit. I'd rather do that 10 times than play a Lambo drop once, where I have a very high likelihood of just not getting the secret rare and immediately losing half my money. That's just my take. Because at least that way, if you buy 10 comics, you have some chance of like low mints. You could get a couple of rares that help you break even. You get a secret rare, ultra rare. Now you just made your money back essentially, or at least most of it back, depending on the comic. I don't know. That's just my take. Like if you're gonna gamble, I'd rather gamble on a comic. That's just my take, but we'll see. But long story short, to BioShock's question, I think Veve itself, I think, is making the product, but they can't do it themselves. They need a licensor on board, or tons and tons and tons of huge content creators with hundreds of thousands or millions of subscribers constantly talking about Veve and the utility and beveling goods and all that good stuff. So we'll see. That's just my take. Sven, what's up, dude? Thanks for stopping by. JKRB. I like the vibes. But no, I appreciate these questions. I think it's, you know, not too many people talk about these, and I don't know, part of me does want to do streams that are a bit more focused on the general future and how you like Veve can improve, or what Veve needs to like really take off, or what community can do to help improve the experience for like new user, all kinds of stuff, rather than just focusing on the market. Like I do like the market, but things are down, things are stagnant. There's been a couple of new drops, right? Like the Lambo and Wolverine. That's kind of exciting, but I feel like now that like it seems like Veve's on the come up and it's doing pretty well. Kind of curious. Thanks for the well-rounded answer. Veve has been a love-hate relationship since 2021 glory days. Hopefully Veve keeps up with the tech. We're still here. I agree. I think that's one thing they kind of realized they were a little in over their head was like the tech, the website. There's a lot of stuff you could tell, like, I think they were in over their head, you know, interoperability, OMI utility, like all this stuff they thought was going to be done and over with. But with all like the new SEC rules around crypto and NFTs and just a whole bunch of stuff and licensors being hesitant, we'll see. So as long as Veve just keeps making new stuff and they keep interacting with more communities, more corners of the world, more IPs, all that stuff, it's going to work out great. It's just, if we're asking for substantial user base or like mass adoption, I think we need to get the licensors on board. I'd like to see MCP points go towards securing secret rares. So how would that play out? Like in a blind box, there's like a separate bidding system, or maybe the top whatever bidders are guaranteed a secret rare. I don't know about how I feel about that personally. You know, because whales with a lot of MCP points can just get a box price secret rare at whim. I think that seems like a bit much personally. And it's not even like oh, the rich are getting richer kind of thing, but it's just like it's such a huge advantage for whales to basically just pay box price for just free secret rares. I think it'd be a bit much. I mean, there are people with millions of points and that do get anywhere between 3,000 to 7,000 points a day, and it's like, all right, those people could just guarantee any SR of any drop, you know. And it's not even every drop you want the secret rare, right? It's like, seems like every other month there's one drop where if you get the secret rare, you're gonna make like a 5 to 10x. I think that'd be a little too much personally. I don't think it's a terrible idea. If they do it for some drops or test it out, I wouldn't mind. But to have it be like an all the time thing, we'd have to like play with the numbers. Hinano vibes, let's go, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Veve Marvel need to build interactive comics, music, sound, animation. Should look like an animated show. Can't get that with print. Very true. I like the music idea, like the animation. That would be really cool. Moving comics, sounds, having voice actors do all the lines for the characters and stuff. I think that'd be super cool. Reads almost like more of like a show than it does like a comic. So I really like that idea. It just seems like that would be a lot of development, right? Imagine animating like every cover, if we're talking inside the comic, that's a lot of dev time, a lot of voice acting, a lot of animation, and trying to music, all kinds of. Now if they just did the covers, that would be cool. Inside the book would be even better, but it would be a lot of moving parts. It would be epic. No, it'd be fantastic. I would love it. Midday vibes, let's go. Thanks, Rob Cooks, for stopping by. Let's see what else is super low. Superman is very low as well. He was at his low. I mean, he's basically at his all-time low right now. It used to be 238. Now it's at 239, 240. I do things can go a bit lower, but it's nice seeing that there's so many good comics. There's so many good collectibles that I can snatch up. I've been waiting for some of these collectibles. I've been waiting like probably 2 years to buy. Like, what's Todd going for right now? 615. I don't know. He's been flirting around this low 600s for a while. Every time I see a couple listed for below 6, they go away within a day and it goes right back to 600. So there does seem to be like a lot of selling pressure in the low 6s. So I'm going to be patient. I'm not going to rush into it. SI is going for $60. Huge difference than a year ago. Sold a Thor SR a year ago for 1,400, but not these days. Yeah, it's the whole landscape of just, I don't know. I don't think people realize how much the market was manipulated with fake gems and, you know, fake bot accounts just jumping into the ecosystem. The allowance of trading too, all kinds of stuff happened. So great stream, my first time here. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I thought you seemed familiar, but if it's your first time stopping by, thanks for hanging out. I don't usually stream this early in the day because I'm like West Coast, essentially, so I'm not sure where you're at. But yeah, I mean, we kind of just shoot the shit, look at market, I answer questions, get a little speculation. I mean, I'm down to talk about anything. Or I should say most things. Some things I don't really care about. At least if it's related to what we're talking about. I'm actually starting to think the new comics first day of release are going to be more valuable. Way less mints and Gen Z digital audience. Oh, we got Mark from Texas. Nice. Yeah, thanks for watching, dude. Hopefully Texas is treating you right. Yeah, I think so. I mean, the first of any set are going to do pretty well. Like, I think X-Men 97, I'm upset because I think I only ended up getting... Yeah, because I think I ended up only getting the uncommon. I tried to buy the X-Men 97 common, like in the secondary market, but like I remember X-Men 97 didn't even get listed on the VV comic page until like 20 minutes after midnight. And I remember trying to buy it and it was like getting me errors and all kinds of stuff. And I ended up only getting one. I got an uncommon. And then I waited for them to get listed on Veve. And by that point, I'm like, it was getting close to 1 a.m. I'm like, I got work in the morning. I want to work out. I got a lot of stuff to do. Like, I'll just wake up in the morning and whatever the price is, I'll try and buy it. But I woke up like the next morning, I think it was going for like 60, 70 gems, which just seemed like way too high. I know there's 1,000 mints and X-Men is the new hotness. Like, I know just as well as the next person. But they are pulling back. There's actually one going for 44 right now. It's actually a pretty decent undercut here. You guys can see that. $43.99 for $47.95. I do want to buy one of these. I'm just going to wait. It just seems so much. 1,000 to 1,500 mints max is the sweet spot. All the 7 to 10K comics are bargain bin $2. Yeah. It depends. I see what you mean. I agree. I don't think I really hope Veve comes up with a burn mechanism for these comics, or I'll show you. What Veve really needs is... Let's look at the commons. We need to start burning these guys. All these need to start getting burned. Like Marvel Comics one's like 60K, 60K, 60K. How many is this? This is also 60. I don't remember how much House of X was. I think that's also 60. There's some 60s. There's some 50,000s. This is like the first 10,000 mint one. First appearance of Kang. And then there's... Where is it? I'm trying to find the first appearance of Green Goblin. I think it's next page. That one actually has 70,000 mints. So long story short, I really hope Veve comes up with a... Oh, there it is. It's right there. Yeah, this one actually has 70,000 mints. Well, we got to go backwards. Yeah, there's just way too many of these, in my opinion. Nowadays, that it is too many. But I mean, there's still a lot of comics that are, I wouldn't necessarily say they're holding their value, but they're doing a decent job. Like Kang, first appearance of Kang is still going for 30 gems. This is what I don't like about all these new comics. They're so scarce. If you put on like the lowest listing, it always just shows these random one listing commons going for 15,000 gems. Lethal Protector went up a bit. Damn, I was gonna buy a Lethal Protector back here when it was at 58 or like 52. Even though there's 1,000 of these, there's just straight up 1,000. This is a very popular comic, and I do like Venom a lot. Thoughts on the Veve logo white red floor? How high do you think they could get? Veve logo. White red, this one. For testing purposes, this drop is available to all verified KYC users. Okay. I was just kind of curious. I don't think I've ever actually read that little sentence right there before. For our next waitlist test blind box, we're dropping our official Veve logo in bold, white, and red. I don't know. It's a Veve logo. It's scarce. It really depends if Veve does utility with those logos, right? I think that's the speculation everyone's going off of. Anything Veve IP related, I think people are just banking on that there's utility that Veve will allow for those collectibles later. Also, just Veve logos in general, I think are going to do well. Like, if you think Vive's going to do well, but not the logos, then I don't know what to tell you. I think that's, you know, I remember saying like a year and a half ago that, you know, Veve was saying they're going to drop their own IP or maybe a logo or whatever. And I'm like, I think that's the IP everyone's forgetting about, is like the Veve IP itself is going to do very well on Veve. If you think it's going to be a household name and explode and do well, then yeah, you should probably own a logo of some kind. Maybe not the secret rare, but we'll see. Kind of curious where Cyclops is at right now. 34. I sold mine at like 48, not 48, sorry, 38. I only had one, but I'm like, there's no way Cyclops is gonna stay at 40 gems. Considering that we have other one, like, I don't know, like Doctor Strange is way too low in my opinion. You know, not financial advice, of course, but it's like same amount of mints as Cyclops. Ooh, there's a 3-digit on the floor. 3-digit Doctor Strange, 486. Another 3-digit for 18. Like Doctor Strange has already been, he's already had his own movie. He's already been in multiple Avengers films. He's been a huge plot device. Not plot device, but just he's great. And it's like he's going for below box or pretty much at box price, which I think is a bit strange. Now I know X-Men's like the new hotness right now. But I do think people are sleeping on Doctor Strange. I think at one point Iron Man was going for more than Doctor Strange. And he might be. Yeah, he's going for way more than Doctor Strange. So it's like, I don't know. And then this is the part I'm trying to figure out is like, we have Iron Man. It's animated. I mean, so is Doctor Strange. But non-FA, third appearance, more mints than Doctor Strange, yet more expensive. We'll see. Let's hope gamification comes for Marvel Mighties, right? Bones, burn 10 comics to get one comic of the next level, and then add a mint with the letter B for burn, 131B or something like that. That could work. I'd rather have people either burn the common and uncommons, so it's like burn 10, either like 5 uncommons, 5 like whatever combination, but you know, burn 10 of a common or uncommon, then you get a completely new, still the same cover, but it's either like holographic or maybe it's slightly animated like we talked about before. Like I'd rather see a burn like that. I would also like to see a burn where you actually burn a whole set. Like if you have a common through a secret rare, you burn one of each rarity and now you get a whole new comic, right, with a different art or something like that, or again same cover but holographic, or maybe it's animated. I think something like that. I prefer something like that than just going up a level of rarity, right? Because I do think there's probably some comics that you could probably just buy like a whole lot of uncommons and like trade it for a rare or something like that, but we'll see. I really like the Doctor Strange Mighty look, unique, explosive. I agree. So that's the part that kind of confused me. It's like we got a first appearance, relatively low mint, animated, good looking FA of a Avengers character that's very popular, and he's going for box, you know, or around box price. Now, I like Cyclops too. I like Cyclops a lot. But like this price seems a bit high. But I mean, if Iron Man is keeping his price at 25, Cyclops could probably get around 25 and then chill there. I'm not sure if we're going to be getting him for below 20 again. But we'll see. Anything can happen. All right. All right. Anything else? I'm probably going to end the stream here soon. I did want to keep it relatively short. So we've been streaming for about an hour 15 right now. Because I do have other stuff to do. But just wanted to kind of catch up with you guys, see what's up. Obviously, everyone's very hyped that My Collectibles has joined the community team. I would love to have him on stream and do like an interview with him sometime. I'm just curious kind of like what's going to happen to a lot of his stuff, right? Like his NFT project, his website, you know, YouTube, all that stuff. Like I'm assuming that's all going to have to change because they had to do the same thing with like Corey when he joined Veve and some other people, right? They had to kind of change a lot of their content or just remove it all together. So I'm kind of curious to see how that all pans out. So, but anyway, guys, thanks for stopping by. I know it's a shorter stream. I usually go for like hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours if the conversation's going really well. But hope you guys take care. Have a great rest of the weekend.